We'll call the meeting to order and begin with the invocation.
Let's pray. Lord, we thank you for this opportunity to get together, leaders for our community. I pray that you would guide and direct every discussion, as well as any decisions that are made this evening, that they would bring you honor and glory. Lord, I pray especially that you would bless the leadership here. Thank you for these men and women who have stepped forward to lead our community to be a safer place, a better place for our children and our grandchildren in the days ahead. Bless and use them in a great way tonight. In your name, amen.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are there any changes to the agenda this evening? No.
I move to approve the agenda.
Second. We have a motion by Commissioner Lambert, second by Commissioner Wentz to approve the agenda. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Moving on to public comments. Seeing none, we will begin with the action agenda. The minutes of the November 19th, 2025 meeting.
I move to approve the minutes of November 19th, 2025. Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Hash, second by Commissioner Wentz to approve the minutes of November 19th, 2025. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Appropriation ordinance number 22.
I move to approve appropriation ordinance 22.
Second. We have a motion by Commissioner Wentz, second by Commissioner Hutchison to approve appropriation ordinance number 22. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. And next we have the Campbell and Johnson 2026 professional service agreement.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. First of all, I want to thank Stacy for moving me up to the top of the action agenda so that I can, is dine and dash the right term for coming in and firing away and then taking off? Okay, fair enough. I guess I want to start off tonight by thanking you all and the city staff for allowing Campbell and Johnson to serve the city as city engineers this past year. My first full-time year as representative of our company. It has been truly enjoyable. I think we've gotten a lot of conversations accomplished and hopefully some positive things accomplished along the way as well too. This would be then the time of year where we would enter into a new agreement at your discretion. I have submitted that agreement for you guys to look at. It is exactly the same as it was last year, providing the same services, the same information. Ooh, it's rolling on me. The same consultating, the same availability to the staff and to you all as previously for the same amount without any increases this year. And I'd be happy to answer any questions or discuss if you all had any.
Jason, I said it privately, but I'll say it publicly. I love that you're doing the TikToks about the progress of the projects.
Oh, yes.
That's a nice level of transparency, and it's fun to hear my kids talking about what's happening on the viaduct. So I very much enjoy that. So that change in leadership, it's been really
Yes, I am doing my best to drag Campbell and Johnson into what century are we? 21st century? Out of the 18th century is what it feels like. No disrespect to Ken and Eric who are sitting at home tonight, but yeah, we're trying to move forward with some things and be more visible and available. Yeah, if you can find me on Snapchat, if you're savvy enough, I'm posting a daily video update of the highway, as I know that is on everybody's mind as you go by there. On a side note, it's going very well out there. Yeah.
It is interesting to see semis trying to
Yes.
make that.
Trying is sometimes the correct word. Yes.
I saw one coming from the east. He went clear over south but he made it, and I
Yep.
think he was going.
They're getting it figured out.
Yeah. So,
I would move to authorize the mayor to sign a professional services agreement with Campbell and Johnson Engineers for 2026.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Lambert, second by Commissioner Hash to approve the professional service agreement with Campbell and Johnson Engineers for 2026. Do we have any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
As I'm gonna scoot out of here, I'm gonna leave a copy. I think I left a copy with Amy to gather up signatures on that, if that's all right with you all.
That work?
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
All right, next we have resolution 2025-2217, the condemnation of 715 East 8th Street.
Yeah, this is start of the process for condemnation. This, that burnt, November 22nd. And it's, severely compromised the envelope, so this one we got on pretty fast after the fire, so I thought we'd start this process on that and see what happens. I haven't received any insurance proceeds on it. It hasn't had water since, quite a while, so.
Do we even know if it is insured?
Excuse me?
Do we even know if it is insured or not?
Yeah,
They did not present any insurance to us for, I don't believe it did.
Yeah. Would be really surprised.
It's the second fire in there and the first fire had not even been, fixed totally.
really? When was the first fire?
Not more than 10 years ago. It was on the west side of the house upstairs, that wall that had been partially tore out. And now look, it caught on fire and burned some of the walls.
So somebody, they were in it. They were in it then,
Yes, same person was living there.
because they didn't have any utilities. Because they're living in a house with no utilities. But anyway. Maybe they'll show up for public hearing.
I would move to approve resolution 2025-2217.
second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Lambert, second by Commissioner Wentz to approve resolution 2025-2217. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Next is resolution 2025-2218, condemnation of 203 West First Street.
This is one that's been on my list for quite a while, and it's, now that it's winter time and all the foliage is leafless, it's looking pretty sad these days, so I thought it'd be a good starter to these two to help train my protege. So, yeah, this one could go. I mean, there's several that would probably equal this one. You know, you just kind of got to pick your battles, I guess, so we chose this one. It hasn't had utilities since 2003, I think, 2002, something like that.
I move to approve, oh, do you have a
Go ahead.
question? Move to approve resolution 2025-2218.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Hutchison, second by Commissioner Hash to approve resolution 2025-2218. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed, same sign. Motion
Thank you.
passes. I do appreciate the pictures too, Bruno. Thank you.
Yeah.
But thank you for
Helpful.
including the pictures. That's really helpful to see that,
Oh, yeah. I
as many
used to
details as we
include
can.
A dozen, and then Stacy got on me too many pictures.
Somewhere between none and a dozen.
Next, we have the state fire marshal's fire emergency response agreement.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. So this MOU with the State Fire Marshal's Office is just a new program they've started. It's a lot easier to be proactive and get it done right away. Like I said in my letter, this is a type of response that we've never done as a department, to my knowledge. But should we respond to it, I just have to submit a bill to them within 15 days. And we should be looking at like a 90-day turnaround on getting some reimbursement for helping out some of our neighbors. It does have to be somebody outside of our normal mutual aid agreement partners, but It's still not that far outside of the scope of things that we could potentially be helping with. Any other questions about it?
I did, they asked for, they say your staff members have to have certain trainings. Do we, I assume we do all of those?
So this specific class, we only have a couple people that have had that class or an equal to it. But it is an online course that, the rest of the staff in my plan will be doing eventually. It will take a little time to work through a few things, but definitely a really a basic level class that
Yeah.
any of the guys would be able to take and pass.
What triggered the need for this?
So just at our chiefs conference, there is 2 departments still waiting on money from, would be over 2 years ago, through the emergency management. So that's why they've made this program to expedite that money coming back to them. It was either a year and a half or 2.5 years ago that they're waiting on that money from FEMA. And actually I was looking today, the reimbursement rates is more than double what the FEMA reimbursement rate is. So I don't know how they got those numbers. I've asked them and I have not got a message back yet. So I'm sure the gal that I messaged didn't have anything to do with this. She was just the messenger on it.
Okay, I was curious that too, if these were the current rates, but they're
Yeah,
more.
they're much higher than the FEMA rates.
Okay.
And actually, the minimum specifications are also a lot less than what the FEMA specifications are.
I move to authorize the fire chief to sign the Kansas State Fire Marshal's Fire Emergency Response Agreement.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Hash, second by Commissioner Wentz to approve the Kansas State Fire Marshal's Fire Emergency Response Agreement. Any further discussion?
Curious, does this actually cover your cost? Do these reimbursement rates cover your cost?
So it would be the staffing, plus the cost of, I mean, we're gonna have fuel in it. The hourly rate of those employees. It's much better than the FEMA rates, so I actually didn't run the numbers to see if it would cover wages and, potentially a mileage cost at the government rate, but I feel like it would be pretty close to it. Cause they would have like downtime, or breaks and stuff within these hours, so the truck wouldn't be being used. And they would be recovering, so I feel like it would be pretty close.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Okay. Last on the action agenda is the Housing Authority appointment.
Devin Davis's term expires the end of the year, and we do continually advertise on Facebook and on our website, and there was no other expressions received, and he wants to continue to serve. He's been on the board since May of 22, and he is a very valuable member of the board. He really has a lot of good things to say, so we all approve him being on it.
I move to reappoint Devin Davis to the Housing Authority for another 3-year term.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Hutchison, second by Commissioner Hash to reappoint Devin Davis to the Housing Authority for another 3-year term. Do we have any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Next is the manager's report.
Mayor and Commissioners, I had emailed you about the county's wanting to update the neighborhood revitalization program, and so we did attend the public hearing on Monday and had a good discussion with the county commissioners. Tim was there from Cloud Corp, as well as a couple representatives from the Clyde and Glasgow City Council and a couple representatives from the local school district. So it was a really good discussion. We came away feeling like we accomplished a lot and were able to get new home construction back into the plan, able to get ag buildings, new construction back into the plan. we were able to get layering back into the plan, which is really important for people to be able to access both the NRP and other programs to help drive down the cost of new home construction, remodels, as well as the commercial and industrial businesses as well. From a timeline perspective, we can anticipate at the second city commission meeting, having Tim and some of the county commissioners coming to present what the new plan looks like, as well as the interlocal agreement for discussion, give you an opportunity to discuss it and ask questions. And then we would look to put the public hearing in January, and that would stay with the county's goals of having all the entities that are party to the agreement approve it in January, early February, and have it ready to go sometime in February. Once all of the entities sign the interlocal agreement and adopt the plan, then the state attorneys general has to approve the interlocal agreement as well. And so it takes a little bit of time. The county commission did agree to go ahead and let the current plan expire. There was no way to really continue it and still work within the taxing software that the county uses to be able to run two different plans in the same tax year. So they're going to let the current plan expire at the end of December, which means that after December 31st, they won't accept any applications while this program is basically on pause, but they will start accepting applications then once the new program takes effect. So the goal is to kind of minimize that gap so that people can still achieve the benefits of the program. So be watching for that coming up. I'll spend the next 2 days in Emporia at the Kansas Association of City Managers Conference. One of the pieces of that, I'll serve on a panel for discussion about housing, specifically related to the use of rural housing incentive districts. So we'll be talking from the perspective from developing a new subdivision of single family homes. Another panelist is going to be talking about redevelopment of downtowns using RHID. So it'll be a good session to hear a couple different perspectives on the use of that tool. We did advertise the clerk position, and that went up yesterday, I believe, Stacy. We've already got 2 applications coming in, so hope to see some good applicants come through there. We don't have a hard and fast timeline for interviews yet. It just depends on the quality of applications and the timing of those applications, especially with the holidays coming on us. You probably noticed the Christmas tree out in the lobby. We started a new program this year called Christmas Drops, and it was based on the City of Kingman's program. If there are residents that have concerns about being able to pay their water bill, or if somebody wants to nominate somebody that they think may have a challenge paying their water bill, they can bring in as much information as they know about the person. If they have a name and a street address, that's enough for us to be able to get the information ready to go. On the tree out there, you'll see some paper cutouts of some droplets, and it just has an account number and an amount due, no other identifying information. So if someone else wants to come in and help put money toward that bill or pay that whole bill, they walk in, they pick a drop off the tree, they walk up to the cashier and pay however much toward that bill they'd like to. Then we cross out that amount, put the new balance, and put it back on the tree until it's taken care of. So just a good way to bless others if we're able to, but a good way to help people keep the water going this winter. Finally, quick update on our second house up at St. Joe subdivision, the second MIH home up there. HVAC work was completed yesterday. Next steps are electrical and drywall, and cabinets have been ordered. So we are making some progress there. And then we hope to be able to start some of the custom homes here soon as well. So we've got 2 things that we're running. The MIH grant, separate from that, is the Rural Housing Incentive District. Both are beneficial to us to get completed. So we want to try to get those done within the parameters of the development agreements that we have and get as much work completed as we can. We are running into some challenges, and Tim and I are going to be working with the state here very soon on that. And that is the federal government sets the parameters for what constitutes somebody that's in a moderate income range. And then the state further extrapolates that down by county in each state. From last year to this year, the range for Cloud County that falls within moderate income range has dropped by about $5,000 a year. And that's causing challenges for us to get people qualified for these homes and to keep the homes in a price point, especially with some of the increases in commodities prices to be able to build the home. So we're trying to work through that as well. One of the things that would help us out is if the state would allow us to use the state range, which is about that $5,000 higher than what ours is. That would be able to be helpful to us right now to be able to get people qualified for the program. I think some buyers don't. So we'll be working through that very soon. That's all I have for you tonight. Happy to answer any questions.
I have a question on the neighborhood revitalization. It says in here that construction of residential purposes are not eligible.
On the initial plan, that's what I shared with you, the way the draft plan was for 2026.
Oh,
At the
okay,
public hearing
this
on
is
Monday, we were able to negotiate that back into, because excluding residential construction is in direct conflict with the efforts of the states to incentivize new construction to address the housing shortage, and it's also in direct conflict with a couple of our housing programs that we have going right now.
So how does it affect the repayment of the bonds in the St. Joe's?
So the repayment of the bonds is going to be done by property taxes paid once homes are built. And the threshold date is January 1st. So whatever homes are vertically constructed and sold back into private ownership by January 1st, it's those taxes that get charged and go back to help repay the bonds. So the slower that we build homes, the harder it is for us to be able to repay those bonds. Now, we have good cash flow here. We've worked with Amber. We know we're good to go for a few years, but we're based on a 6-year build out of that whole subdivision. That's what our RHID was based on. It was also based on, excuse me, homes valued, 12 homes valued at a price of $225,000 and 4 homes valued at $350,000. What we know right now is that all of the homes that have been built so far and the homes that are planned to be built are above those ranges. So the good news about that with respect to the RHID is that the tax value will be slightly higher. So there should be more money coming in from those higher value homes to be able to repay those bonds. But the primary goal is speed, getting the whole subdivision built out within 6 years, which is December 31st, 2029. That's the target date.
Or she can't have an RP on those houses. That's the difference. Just within the MIH, you're not allowed to have an RP.
That's what I'm thinking.
The other change, and maybe you said this is, for those new constructions, they would be 3 years instead of the 5 years of this.
Yes.
But it's still a good, I guess, compromise, not have it versus having 3 years. Moving on to staff reports.
211 East Fifth, the fire damage house that was burnt last February. The applicants have exceeded all their limits as of December 1, so they got a certified letter. I posted the property, put a stop work order on it, devil permit. Dalton Snyder, I contacted him, he's willing to honor the original bid that we accepted when we condemned it. But it will be, he's got 128 West 10th to do, and then after that, I think if he take care of that, so hopefully before the end of the year, that mess will be cleaned up, I hope. That'd be fantastic. So,
Thank you.
go ahead.
What about the elevator?
Well, I haven't heard from that guy, and I got it in my pile to contact and see what's going on.
Doesn't look like anything.
No, he has, if you go by it, he has done a lot of cleanup on the lower part on that north end where, cause there was a full of junk and weed. Of course, that was a couple months ago, you know.
Yeah.
And so it drove back, but we secured it where it was, cause one time the police came to me and it had broken into. So, he's not neglecting it, but he's not really jumping on the demolition of it either.
I thought I saw a lift back there.
Excuse me?
I was running something to recycling not too long ago, and I thought I saw a lift back there that.
Yeah, that's his lift, and that's what he went out and cleared the tin that was loose on it a while back. And after he bought it, I asked him to just at least do that much for now, and he went up there and did it right away. And then he's been cleaning around there, but it's been a couple, 3 months before I've seen any activity or heard. He was in Nebraska cleaning up the property he had up there after a windstorm or something, and he was gonna be back after that, start tearing it down. I never heard from him again, so.
Well,
I'll contact him and let you know.
as you have some new staff in your department, it might not be bad to make introductions, if that's gonna be a relationship that'll continue on for some time.
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah, yes.
Be a good excuse for a phone call and an introduction, and
There will be several files to hand out.
3 cabinets worth.
Any other staff reports this evening? Commissioner comments and reports?
I'm impressed, once again, with the snowflakes. I always love this time of year. It's so pretty when you go over the viaduct or over the, you know, coming from Salina, and you can see Concordia, you can see home, and I really appreciate everybody's effort. Also, the Broadway Plaza looks really good, the new tree, right? Is that a new tree? No?
Few years.
Oh.
A few years,
like-
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year. Anyway, looks great.
I enjoyed Holiday Hometown. It's just neat. Can't wait to spend some time downtown. See that it's good to have a pretty busy and active businesses down there.
With that, we will, move on to the executive sessions this evening.
Can I ask a question? If we're going to do that, I see that there's a tray of,
There's a tray of cupcakes. That was from, Judge Condry's, retirement.
okay, I didn't know if we were celebrating anybody's retirement or resignation.
Right, are those left over from us?
Okay.
So I
They
imagine
would like to
those,
be eating them in.
I don't want them necessarily. I just know that we're gonna be having a conversation here and instead of everybody staring at them.
imagine
You know, you're gonna have that.
Just snag one on your way into the executive session.
How much time?
15 minutes,
I'll probably push for 20.
20.
I move that the city commission recess into executive session to discuss employment personnel issues pursuant to non-elected personnel matter exception, KSA 754319B1, with the city commission only in attendance, and to reconvene in the city commission chamber at 6:16.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Hutchison, second by Commissioner Lambert. Have any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed, same sign. Motion passed. No action was taken. Now we have a non-elected personnel executive session on the agenda next.
I would move that the city commission recess into executive session to discuss employment personnel issues pursuant to non-elected personnel matter exception KSA 754319B1. With Danny Lang in attendance and reconvene in the city commission chamber 6:38 p.m. Sound?
Second,
We have a motion by Commissioner Lambert, second by Commissioner Hash. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. No action was taken.
This time I make a motion to go back into executive session for the exact same reason, to reconvene in the city commission chamber at 6:49.
We have a motion by Commissioner Lambert, second by Commissioner Hash to reconvene.
Did we return that?
Any further discussion? All in favor? All those same sign, motion passes.
Give us that application today. Oh, which is, that's nothing. So I was like, oh, yeah, that's totally right.
No action was taken.
This time I would make a motion to authorize the mayor to sign a contract of employment with city manager Lang for 2 years.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Lambert, second by Commissioner Hutchison to renew city manager Lang's contract for an additional 2 years. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Move we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Hutchison, second by Commissioner Lambert to adjourn the meeting. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Yes.